I don't necessarily think that we have to have Slav on the first line right out of the gate. If he does start in Montreal, I'll be surprised if he doesn't start in Montreal, just because he mentioned, the excitement of being able to potentially play against Austin Matthews, and the Leafs and Habs play in the home opener at the Bell Center. So I think it'd be a great marketing move. I know it's kind of a Paling Bergevin move at the end of the season. Only this is the opposite. This is the beginning of the season. So I think it'd be great to see Slav in the lineup opening night at the Bell Center against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I feel for Shane Wright, but at the same time, my goodness, this is crazy. The Habs go against the grain, and it depends on who you listen to, though, right? Like this draft is such a hard one to figure out in terms of who was the right one to go with. But ultimately, the Canadians go with Juraj Slafkovsky. And yes, I have to say, if you watched my reaction on Habs Tonight Live, I was shocked.
Hello, folks. Welcome to The Journey. I'm Andrew Thompson. So the team is so young still, but you're still working every day, even through COVID, all this stuff that we've been going through. How have you been able to do it?
Since 2005, Jumpstart has helped more than 100,000 kids play hockey. Thanks to the Ben Harper Big Game, many more youth will get the chance to play the game we all love. For The Source, I'm Andrew Thompson.
Did you have to decide at some point whether you work for Sportsnet or not, did you have to decide what kind of fan you want to be? Because you seem like you want to get along with everybody, but still have fun cheering for your team.
Wow, that's a really deep question. I think I know I want to be a man of peace. But
Did you see an increase in Zales?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about you a little bit more and about the impact you've been able to have on, you said, the Black community. Just tell us a little bit about how much that means to you and what you hope to inspire in other young kids.
Yeah, obviously, right after, the tournament, it was February, and that's Black History Month. And
what does stand out to you is the playoff runs, like I know you put on the jersey. It's hard to put into words, but how do you encapsulate, that time being with the Canadians compared to the rest of your career?
It's the greatest 8 years of my life.
Here to talk to us about his journey to the NHL is Ryan Strome. Ryan, seeing that the show is called The Journey, take us back to the beginning of your journey as a young hockey player.
Well, it's a long story, but obviously growing up in Canada and Toronto area specifically, I think, folks, thank you for tuning in today. I say this every episode, but I've got a very special guest, and you might say he needs no introduction, but I thought that's kind of rude if I don't introduce him. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rob McLean.
Hey, Andrew, it's funny. When I do Hockey Night in Canada, which is 34 years of saying, hey, tonight's a big game.
You mentioned closure, Kipper, from Ryan Vandenbush and how your career ended. And it was a closure that you didn't know that you needed. So can you just talk about that experience for a moment?
Yeah, absolutely. We all envision ending our careers on a high note. That certainly didn't happen for me.
Charmaine's message of believe in your dreams has become a very key component to her success in life and in the sport of badminton.
It's been since 1979, Kyle, and we might be looking at a prospective Montreal-Toronto matchup in the playoffs, and even that doesn't compute in a way just because it doesn't seem real. The whole experience of watching hockey again this year just straight out isn't the same still. But what do you think about the prospect of this actually happening after all these years?
Really exciting, and again, bittersweet because you'd love to have buildings full.
David, we again appreciate you sharing this story with us today. I'm happy to know you not just as a guest, but as a friend. Thank you. Up next on The Journey, we enter the octagon as the top MMA prospect in Canada, Welland native Anthony Romero, shares with us where he is right now on his road to the UFC. Stay with us.